It's been a whole year, and Heavenly, we still want to know, have you pressure washed it? Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Married to Medicine season, I don't know, episode 1, I do know that. How many times do I have to tell you all that Married to Medicine is one of the best reality shows on TV, and that's on it. Period, okay? The season premiere, girl, what season is this, girl? I need to know, girl. What's the season? So we are on season 7 of Married to Medicine, and you can clearly tell within the first 20 minutes that this stuff is real drama. These folks are real friends. Even when we saw that Dr. Damon had provided a job for Eugene like years ago when he first came to Atlanta or whatever, he was trying to find a job as a doctor and it was going to take him a minute. Like, these folks know each other, and the chemistry within the cast is good. It does not mean that it's going to be like necessarily bad chemistry or good chemistry, but just the chemistry is good because stuff happened, we have a conversation about it, and there's like traditional friendships. Sometimes stuff happens and sometimes you got to be like, okay girl, I ain't gonna talk to you for a little minute. So stuff like that happens, and I just love Married to Medicine. And I'm being honest, I was not gonna review Married to Medicine, not because the show is not good, it's because that some shows I like to just enjoy for myself, but since I love y'all so much, I'll review it. So we start off and the girls are talking about Heavenly's open and honest show she has that apparently Cecil said is only getting like 5,000 views. So Heavenly had Dr. Jackie on there and they were talking about the sister code and like stuff being broken and stuff, and got into the conversation about something that Cecil tweeted about Heavenly. So apparently Cecil made a joke about, you know, what was said about Heavenly's house not being pressure washed. I guess the episode was airing when Cecil watched it and he tweeted it. Let me tell you something, Heavenly, as much as you want to be like shady or whatever, you want to say that that's such and such business and all that, he should be saying that. He said that as a joke. Like when Cecil said that, it wasn't like an attack. It was just funny. Everybody was tweeting about it. And Heavenly, girl, I think you was pressed about it because your house probably does need to be pressure washed, girl. Like, you probably do got algae and stuff growing on the side of your house and stuff. Like, girl, you probably got moss. And girl, Harriet Tubman would probably didn't know where to go because you got moss growing on the north, south, east, and west. She can't even follow the North Star to find out where to go because you got moss growing everywhere, girl. So I think Heavenly was riled up by that. I think that kind of pissed her off. But Heavenly, girl, her man, seems like they're gonna have some stuff going on this season. I am very much interested in this stripper conversation because she loves her daddy so much, but girl, she seems like she loves patriarchy, but apparently it's gonna come back to bite her in the butt. So the conversation comes up about what Quad said about Mariah being on drugs and stuff. And girl, they pulled up at this garage, and I guess they finna get their coochies tuned up. Tune up the pussy. Okay, come on. And girl, Quad so shady. Quad she thinks she rich and fabulous, so she just being so shady this place. And they walk in, and this woman got like some bay leaves and some parsley and something like kind of brewing in a crock pot. So Quad basically just saying that she said what she said and that she meant it, like she's not taking any of that back. Y'all know in the reunion they kind of like had a little spat, a serious spat, because you know Mariah had accused Quad of sleeping with her, you know, her sister's man, and girl, her sister, what was her sister late, and girl, when they asked Quad about that, child, Quad looked like she did, girl. Quad was giving me faith teas, bitch, from Soul Food, sis. So we get on Contessa. Contessa is in Nashville. She's in Tennessee. I wonder what school she's going to. She said she want to be the general of medicine or medicine general or something. I guess I don't know what she's trying to be. Maybe she's trying to work for Trump, be the surgeon general or something. I don't know. But it's cute for her. But when her husband had said that he was a single dad, I got a little nervous because you know how it is when these husbands and these wives be moving out of the house and they be in their own house for a little while. Girl, when he said single dad, I said, girl, what's going on? And him and Contessa, they're kind of like, you know, they're not talking, like, what's the tea, what's going on? But Contessa, like, you can tell that Contessa, like, is still keeping her foot on Toya's neck, which I am here for. But Toya is from Southfield, Michigan. Southfield, what, Detroit? Girl, I said Southfield, Michigan. She is from Southfield, Detroit. And let me tell you something, girl. Them folks is ghetto, like she would hold it down over there. And you also got, where's Contessa from? Contessa from something, is she from Boonville or something? So Toya and Eugene are looking for their forever home. I'm gonna be honest, Eugene and Toya are giving me Chateau Charade teas. Like they give me Chateau Charade. They've been talking about building this house for the longest, like the house is being built. and now that their lease is up, they gotta find somewhere to move, and their house is not ready. And it's just like, girl, I don't, like, I ain't feeling it. The house looks beautiful, except for the pool having that stuff in there. That shit look nasty. They should not even show that. But Toya and Eugene, girl, y'all seem like y'all moving every year. You also got Dr. Jackie and her husband moving too. They got their own house and talking about they gonna renovate it. They bought a house and all that. You know, they had several issues over the past couple of years about, you know, her husband wanted to stay outside the city. He did not want to stay in no condo, so it seemed like they found something. Girl, the girl was shading Jackie and Toya. They was like, Toya and Jackie don't be dressing like that for them to need their big ass closet. I'm gonna have to agree with them a little bit. We get to Simone and her family. Apparently Miles then flunked out of, girl, I'm just gonna be honest. Apparently Miles then flunked out of Howard. And it's nothing wrong with if he flunked out or it just wasn't working out for him. Like, it is what it is. I feel like y'all were pressuring Miles from the beginning to go to Howard because y'all went to it and all this and Bison. And that's probably something that he wasn't ready for. So I think probably one day I want to talk about college a little bit more, like how we forced it on and like how we need to give some people time to be ready for it and so he won't be wasting money. So Miles is back. Apparently he's going to Georgia State or Georgia Tech or something. I think Miles is just like, he's just young. He seem like he want to enjoy life a little bit. And he's just not ready for college. Like he probably was so sheltered that he didn't get a chance to like do some things. So when he got to college, like sis acted up. Now I will say that I am looking kind of sideways at that nasty ass room y'all had. Like, girl, that ain't making no sense for the rooms to be that junky. Like, y'all need to clean it up. But Cecil apparently does not have a job. And where he is working for Simone, like he's working like part-time or full-time as a secretary for Simone. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. I think there's nothing wrong with Cecil not working. As long as the bills and stuff being paid, I feel like they are straight. I don't feel like that they are hurting financially. I think what the issue is that Simone don't want it to make it seem like that she's paying all the bills and Cecil just kicking it back. And like if Cecil's doing stuff around the house and he's taking care of the kids and making sure all that other stuff, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. As long as the bills are getting paid, it don't matter. But you know, we be so into perception of how people read us. I'm the same way. Girl, that's a whole nother conversation I'm gonna save for the podcast or something because I ain't gonna get too technical. So Daddy Damon got this new surgical center he's opening up and he's just putting all his money behind it. He's trying to do something new. So they're having like a grand opening or something for like a little party for it. And when I tell you, Mariah pulled up and had me screaming when she got out the car. She said, yes, heaven, Miss Heaven for the dirty, dingy building with the maroon carpet. Baby, when I tell y'all, I hollered last night when I watched it, and I hollered again when I watched it today, because that was hilarious. I hollered so loud that Mariah ass is crazy. She is so funny. But, Mariah said, girl, I want to eat some of the food, but hopefully heaven ain't made it. They shade each other. We get introduced to our new girl, Buffy the Body. Girl, that ain't her name, but Buffy, no vampire. She's, I think, a psychologist or something, and her husband is a doctor or something. Looking like old Saint Nick, girl. Like she was looking like a thick-ass ranger, and he was looking like Santa Claus. First thoughts of Buffy the Body. She definitely got body language. She got some hump. Like, she look good. She's beautiful. Even though I'm calling her husband old Saint Nick, he's cute too for her or whatever. But Buffy, you ain't really giving me nothing the first episode. I don't think you did was the Anna. Ooh, oh my God, like where y'all got me at? That was it. But Buffy, you seem kind of boring. I know it's the first episode, but you just seem kind of boring. So I don't know if we're gonna see some more from you, girl. But this is the first episode, and everybody on Twitter like, okay. So I'm not sure what you bringing besides a white man to the table or something, girl, but it ain't gonna be enough. We need to know what's going on with you. So, but I think this episode of Married to Medicine was funny. We got into the conversation about Cecil making a joke about Heavenly pressure washing the house and how Heavenly responded and hit below the belt and having a public conversation about something that was said in private, you know. So Simone had a conversation about how she felt about Cecil, and Heavenly went and took this information and put it on social media. And that, I think that was completely disrespectful. I don't think there's nothing wrong with shading posts on some stuff that we see on the show or making or bringing it back up or something. But if it's something like something private, like I done had a conversation with you, and I believe, you know, like sometimes we have those moments we'll be telling our friends like, girl, what's the name, need to get a job, or we'll like make some comments, something we won't say to our partners, something we might say to them, but we might not say it in that tone. So I believe that Simone had that conversation with Heavenly, and Heavenly went below the belt saying that, and I think that was completely disrespectful. But I feel like Heavenly only said that because the attack about their house being nasty is like accurate. I think a lot of folks have clowned Heavenly for being dirty and all the other stuff. Like that's a running joke. Like sis, even Mariah said that your house was funky and all the other stuff. And girl, no Tino shade, but we done seen it inside your house, and your shit do be looking out of date. And you be having stains and shit on the damn wall. Girl, I got a stain on my wall right now. I already asked these folks for some paint because I'm gonna have to paint it because I don't like. My house ain't finna look like the Trap Museum. No ma'am, no God. But I just feel like that was just, I feel like that was just too much for Heavenly to do. I feel like Heavenly was being very disrespectful with that. So Quad shows up. Quad looks great. She looked like a little snow bunny, you know, in the winter. I'm talking about actual like snow, like rabbit, you know, that fur and stuff she had on. I feel like it was over the top. Like since you going to a grand opening for a Piccadilly restaurant, and Quad, that shit you had on was just, it was completely unnecessary, y'all. It was just unnecessary. I just didn't see the purpose of it at all. But you know, you had it on, you did what you had to do, and I don't know what for reason. So everybody sitting down and they talking and everybody having a conversation. Contessa shows up looking good, girl. Contessa, girl, your outfit's looking good this season. Contestant that walked in, girl, I'm just like, this show's so good. I'm just memorizing everything I've seen just off the top of my head. I love it. No notes needed, period. So they get in and Contessa hugs Lake, and Lake is apparently you know, Mariah's sister. The sister that Mariah has accused Quad of sleeping with her husband. Girl, and Lake had Quad shook boots. Let me tell you something. I think Quad slept with that woman's husband, girl. I feel it in my spirit. The way they asked her, and the producer asked her the question, she was just like, I have nothing to say to them. I have nothing to say. Girl, Quad don't be like, girl, all those were lies. Flirting just claims and all, erroneous claims and all that, girl. She ain't whipped their forehead. She ain't say nothing because she know that shit is true. She know she slept with that woman's husband, girl. Go ahead and tell the truth, B. But the girls kind of ended there, and the conversation comes about, you know, the only reason why Heavenly responded to the stuff is because she don't like that, you know, what's name stays in women's business. And I forgot who brought it up, but Contessa said, girl, if we gonna talk about that, we gonna go with that logic, then your husband is the biggest. Girl, I was like, oh my gosh. I told y'all, I think I've talked about this a lot on social media. I don't believe that there is women's business, and I don't believe there's men's business. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like that is nothing but patriarchy, and I feel like that's saying that, you know, is adding to the claim that women's stuff is so lesser than a man's. So a man should never be getting into a woman's business, and it's taken away from a man to be in a woman's business. And a woman is not, you know, on that level to be able to have a conversation. Now I know some folks gonna say, well, no, I don't think that's what it is. It's some stuff that women talk about that men don't talk about. Girl, men gossip all the time. They talk about all this stuff, talking about how many times they done slept with y'all, all types of shit. Trust me, as somebody who's been in barbershops and beauty salons, everybody gossip. There's no such thing. Like, to add to that, every time someone says, oh, you need to stay out of women's business, it's like an attack on a man's masculinity. And I hate to be taken up for that. But I feel like it kind of hurts women at the same point when they use that, like upholding patriarchy, like, oh, you're not supposed to be in our business, stay out of that. It's like, girl, what? There's no women's business, there's no men's business. Like, girl, it's so funny how we'll be looking at other cultures who be doing stuff that we consider like, oh my God, I can't believe they got women over here doing that. I can't believe women can't drive. I can't believe this, and that. But we over here doing stuff like that, and we so disconnected from it because we live in it that we don't even see it. And it's so crazy. But I know some folks probably pissed off about that, but y'all already know I don't give a damn. I've already said what I said. When I talk about homophobia and all this other stuff, it's not no theory. Girl, it's a proven fact, okay? And that's on period. But this episode of Married to Medicine was the tea. I cannot wait to see what we got later coming on this season. Quad is gonna be on the girl's neck, and you also finna have Contessa on Toya's neck. So girl, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this season so far. But girl, not this season, this episode, because I feel like I already got a whole season already. Let me know what you thought about the first episode of season 7 of Married to Medicine in the comments, and I'll talk y'all later on tonight.